Welcome to Agrivi, the most powerful farm management software. Agrivi allows you to manage your whole farm business, from season planning, tracking of field activities, to in-depth analysis of farm productivity and profitability and overall farm performance. By watching this video, you will learn how to set up your Agrivi account step by step. Let's start getting to know Agrivi by exploring the homepage, which will welcome you every time you log into Agrivi. Navigation bar is placed on the top of the homepage and it consists of crop management section, finance, resources, analyze and field operations. Homepage also contains information about the crops that are being grown. It provides detailed information about current weather conditions for your fields, finance overview, as well as brief overview of usage of inputs and resources in a certain period of time. In order for your account to look like this and for you to have all the data you need to make decisions based on data, your account should be set up first. Your account is still empty, we recommend starting the process of setting up Agrivi account from Resources section by creating the field registry. There are two ways of importing fields in Agrivi, manual and automatic. By clicking the Create Field button, there is a possibility to manually add fields by entering the required details about each of them, such as field name and usable area. You can enter other data as well, however, this is not obligatory. Also, it is highly recommendable to map each field in order to receive detailed weather information for a particular location. That is being done by clicking on a map icon, finding field on map and marking its boundaries. To add all your fields automatically, click on Import from File button and then browse to upload .kml file. That way, all fields with their details will be stored in your account and marked on a satellite map. Second step in process of setting up Agrivi account should be creating of employee registry in a people section. To do that, click on a green Add People button and start entering one by one employee by filling out mandatory fields, such as the name and the surname. Gender, country, city address, and phone are optional. Whenever a little star is placed next to a category, it means this field is mandatory to fill out. In case you want to add end users of your Agrivi account, that are people which will have access to your account after entering all general data, tick the Can Log checkbox. Enter email address and password that this user will use to access Agrivi account and choose his role to give him a set of permissions that will define his access into the account. After that, click on a plus sign. After creating the list of all end users and employees, click on Save button to save them all at once in your people registry. By clicking little gray circle next to each end user and employee and by choosing Edit, it is possible to edit his general data, set permissions, alarms, upload various documents like labor contract or health check results, enter important comments and set default work cost. Once the work cost is set, while registering work hours for field activities, the system will calculate the total cost of certain employee during the season. To continue with your account setup, you can also create the machinery registry. By clicking the Add Machinery button and by entering the home name of each machine and defining its category, you can register all your machines like tractors, attachments, trailers and other. If you want to give your machinery registry additional touch, you can also define the manufacturer, model, registration number and the year of manufacture. After that, make sure to click on a plus sign and then the Save button. By clicking on a gray circle next to each machine and by choosing Edit option, you can edit its general data such as reservations, a daily schedule for machinery usage, reminders, documents, and comments. The usage section provides usage overview of each machine by crop production, season, date, task, work hours, and fuel usage. And work cost section, where you define work cost per area or per hour exactly the same way as for employees. We recommend concluding resources setup by creating your digital farm inventory. There are two ways of adding items on inventory: directly in inventory or through expenses in finances section, available with professional and premium product plans. To add inventory items through inventory, click on Add Stock button. Define the date from which this item will be available for use, choose a warehouse where the item will be stored, the category of the item, an actual item from the built-in database of products, and enter its quantity. After all data is entered, click Add button on the right side of the product and continue adding other items to create the list of all items you want to store on inventory. After the list is created, click Save to successfully store all items to your digital inventory. With setting up the inventory, we have successfully finished setting up resources of your Agrivi account. As a next step, we recommend setting up the crops you grow. To define the crops you are growing, return to the home screen and choose one by one crop you would like to add from the drop-down list. Enter the name of this crop production, define its location, and click Add Crop button. After creating of crop productions for all your crops, enter into each to define the fields on which crop is grown, add varieties, and set the season. Once you enter the crop production, Agrivi will automatically guide you step by step, starting from linking the fields. Linking a field in Agrivi means assigning a field to a particular crop in a particular time period. This is important for calculations, which will directly reflect in the dashboards and reports once you start analyzing your data, as well as sending out pests and diseases alarms. To link a field with a crop, click on Link Field button. Choose a field from the drop-down menu, specify linked area as well as link date, which will determine a moment of assignment to that particular crop. Unlinked date can be set in addition to assign that field to another crop production in the future. Agrivi also gives you possibility to mark linked area on the map. Use a draw button, no matter if you grow your crop on an entire field or just a part of a field. Field being linked, Agrivi will guide you to the next step, which is adding varieties. Here you can enter all varieties you grow. And the last step of setting crop production is setting up of a season. Season represents a single production life cycle of a crop, from the soil preparation for growing of this crop until the harvesting or post-harvesting activities. Once you enter the name of the season, season dates and its status, simply define your production type, planting and harvesting unit, and choose between the predefined templates created by our agronomists to get the list of field activities that should be performed. You can also create a completely blank season and then add your own seasonal activities from tillage to harvest. To conclude the season setup, plan expected yield per crop variety, which will reflect in the reports and dashboards as you register harvests throughout the season. And that's it! Your Agrivi account is now ready to keep track of your daily activities. If you need additional help to set up your account or you are not sure how to manage certain module, take a look at our articles on Agrivi Help Center or video tutorials available on Agrivi YouTube channel.